Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video here at the Armory. So, today's video I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of start branching out a little bit into into my hobbies and all of that kind of stuff. So, today I'm going to show you how to at least give you the bare basics on how to sharpen a knife. Now, obviously, this is a chef's knife, and this is going to be what we're going to use because obviously I like to have pretty sharp knives just so that kitchen work is a lot easier and it's a lot more fluent. So, stick around and we're going to get right into it. So then obviously what you're going to need is a sharpening stone. So what I've got right here is the Work Sharp guide system here, and it came with a sharpening stone in the set. So you've got 1,000 grit up here on this side, and you also have a 6,000 fine grit right here. And this is a whetstone. So obviously the other thing, if you're going to do it my way on this, this is the setup that I use. And it just really, it really makes it kind of a fun project to be able to use a whetstone and everything. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to take some water. Probably need a little bit more than this, but you're just going to go ahead and you're going to saturate the stone and just kind of let it work in there a little bit. Just gonna get it. I don't want to make a huge mess. So obviously once this gets all the way around, just give it a few minutes to just like work in there a little bit. Just kind of go ahead and let it get where it needs to be. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but you can definitely see air bubbles coming up right along here. So you just want to kind of go ahead and just let it get to that point right there where the air bubbles just kind of stop coming up. And there really is no like cold water or hot water temperature that you basically need to use. Just get like your basic, tap water. From what I understand, I don't think there really is like a preferred temperature or anything like that. So there we go. We've got the stone good and wet now. Now for kitchen knives, they usually work on a, sorry about that. They usually work off of either a 15 to a 20-degree angle. So I've got my guide set right here on my Workman at a 17 degree right there. Let's see if you guys can. There we go. 17. So we'll try 17 and we'll go from there. Also, you're going to want to have a leather strap. This is the suede part right here, and this is your nice smooth side right here. And this you can get off Amazon. When I got it for Christmas as a Christmas present, I think it was like $10 at the time. You also get the abrasive polish right here. I started off with green because green is the microfiber polisher, which is about the highest and the finest that you can go. So let's go ahead and we'll get started. So you go ahead and you'll want to line up the blade with the angle. So you're just putting a little bit of pressure right here. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to just kind of work the angle back and forth. And I've seen guys do it forward and backward, and then I just also see other guys go, forward, and then just bring it back up here and go in one motion. In my personal opinion, I don't really know if there really is a great way on how to do this, but I just pretty much basically stick with whatever style I just feel at the time. Now, as you can clearly see, I'm focusing on one side for right now. Because then what's going to happen is you're going to go ahead and then we're going to swap over to the other side. Now, the one thing that I do recommend is that you do have some paper towels right here. Needed to blow my nose real quick because you're going to make a mess. That's just for sure. So, gonna just go ahead and wipe some of that off of my desk real quick. So, gonna go back and just continue on. And then just kind of bring up some of that water right there. You definitely want to keep your stone as nice and wet as possible. All right. And then this is where the hardest part comes in. So I'm right-handed. So in order to work on this side, because you can't just rotate this back towards you and then just work off of it. So you have to go this way. And it is very hard for me to work towards me. It's easier to work away from me. But in order to do that, I would have to switch to my left hand in a sense, but it's going to hit right up here instead of hitting down here. So we'll go ahead and I'll show you guys how to do this real quick. And then you'll continue to do that until you start to feel a burr on both sides. And so you want to just basically keep doing this throughout the whole process. Honestly, people will say 20 times one way and 20 times the other way. Check it and then see if it is where you want it to be. But this is not going to be a very comprehensive video. This is just going to be a nice little demonstration kind of video just to show you guys what you basically just need to do. So I've ran it through the rough stone. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to flip it to the other side. Now, obviously, I'm not just going to leave the knife at this point and just call it done. I'm just giving you guys a very basic overview on how to do this. So again, still 17 degrees. We just flip the stone and the stone is nice and wet. And then we'll just kind of bring some more of that water back over. You're probably seeing some of that gray come up here. That is all the little microfibers of the knife coming off on the stone. And you want to keep those on the stone because it kind of also acts as a polishing to really get the knife really nice and shiny. Okay, so now we'll go ahead. We'll hit the other side. Okay, so we went ahead and done that through here a few times, and now comes the leather strop. Now, obviously, when it comes to doing this, sorry guys, my microphone. Sorry guys, my microphone went dead, so I'm kind of having to just do this on the audio of the phone real quick. So hopefully it's coming across okay. So, now we went ahead and we've obviously done it this way, and then we've done it this way. Now, we go to our leather strop right here. Now, since there is no angles on here, we literally just have to be careful and just try and follow that angle as much as possible, okay? So we're going to just go ahead. I'm going to scooch this over here real quick. So you never go you never go forward with the knife, you always go backwards with it. So, here we go. And you're never going to get this on a perfect angle. It's not like you can hold, like you already know where your hand is at 17 degrees. You're not going to do that. But the whole point is just to get it as close as possible. And then, the nice thing about this setup is that I can go back with my right hand just as easy. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just look at this real quick. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and hit it with plain leather right here. Now this is obviously the smooth side of the leather. This is the suede part of it. This is just nice smooth leather right here. All right. So let's go ahead and obviously you'll want a piece of paper to check your work. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't get that on a decent angle. Yeah, that was a tear. No, it still needs a little bit of work, but obviously, guys, this is what you basically do in order to sharpen your knife. So, obviously, I just need to give it a little bit more work, but this is just your basic premise on what you would do. So, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we're definitely going to start branching out into other things of my hobbies and everything that I do. So, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you look forward to many of the other content that we have coming out. Thank you very much. Have a good day.